Hello friends, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. And again, welcome to another video for Nuova Scholars Academy. As you know, we are a foreign language institute based in Delhi. And today we have with us Mr. Mahadevan, who comes from Kerala and who has recently completed his Masters in International Relation from the University of Federico II, which is one of the top 500 universities in the world. Okay, so today in this video we will have some of his reviews, comment and suggestions for the future students who are coming to Italy for their masters. Okay, so now let's welcome to Mahadevan. Okay, so first of all, many congratulations to Mahadevan for successfully completing his master's in internal relation. And I have seen, okay, his thesis presentation. It was wonderful. The way teacher no supported you during this time, and also the support from the audience. Then that they were very happy with your answers, and you got very high marks in your thesis. Now it's your turn to answer to the questions to our students. I'm already having some question with me, which is the hypothesis one. If some of our viewer wants to ask something else, they can either leave a comment, okay, in the comment section of this video, or I'm also going to share the Instagram ID of Mr. Mahadevan, where you can reach him directly. Okay, now let's listen to Mahadevan.
Thank you, Rakesh. Hi, good evening to all of you. It's evening time here, as well as in India as well. So I'm waiting for Rakesh's question, and I think I will do justice by answering it in the best way I can.
Thank you, Madhavan, for introducing yourself to the our viewers. Okay, so the first question is, what inspired you to choose international relations as your field?
So basically, I had a keen interest in politics, international politics, and I also had an interest towards policy making and things which could create a change in the society. So this is the main reason why I wanted to pursue international relations.
Okay. Now my second question is, did any specific events or figures influence your decision in choosing international relations as a subject for masters?
Actually, now you know it's the era of globalization, and every country is getting more closer to each other than ever before. So now the world will move forward with the support of other countries only. So this is getting the international relations is getting more relevant in this period. So that's why one of the key factors which led me to choose this field.
Okay. Now I'm going to make some general questions about your course of masters. So my question is, what subjects or topic were most interesting to you in this course?
So we had many subjects. So it's a 2 year course. The master's degree is a 2 year program. So we had many subjects ranging from statistics. There is a subject called international relations where we study about different countries, its history, and what is happening in the current scenario, etc. There is also some subjects relating to the ethics in the work corporate world, etc. So everything is relevant in today's world, but personally I had a keen interest in international relations, understanding about the history of countries and how they are operating now.
Okay. So how many credits were required to complete the program?
So the whole course is of 120 credits. Probably the credit system is new to Indians because credit system doesn't uh, operate in India. So basically, in Europe and other parts of the world, we have a credit system which is not similar to the marks. Basically, so the credit was out of 120 for the whole program.
Okay, so as far as I know, it was in 4 semesters during
Yes.
this master.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and then like, how intensive was the coursework? Did you have frequent exam papers or presentations?
Yeah. So unlike in India where we have written exams, this is a different kind of program altogether, where most of the study has to be done by yourself. The professors just guide you on the topics, and unlike written exams, here we have more of presentations, more of oral presentations basically, and teamwork, etc. And yeah, it is a good experience altogether.
Okay. So now my question is, what topic did you choose for your thesis and why?
Yeah, so the topic of my thesis was evolution of marketing and the digital revolution in India. So basically, this is an era of digital marketing, and also in the last decade, India has rapidly progressed with respect to digitalization, and the benefits of which is being enjoyed by the Indian society. So I wanted to present this picture, the changing picture or the changed picture of India in the digital sphere to the European audience. So this was my topic of the thesis.
I'm going to ask a very important question that is regarding the thesis. As you know, it is one of the most difficult part of your studies when you are in foreign. The most important thing is in writing thesis is time management, when to start, okay, and when to finish. Because as you know, you have a very limited time. Most of the students who come here, they have also very limited source of income, because most of them are coming also with the loan they have taken from the bank. So one should be very careful here in time management. So now we will ask it to Mahadevan, okay, how he managed time when he started the thesis, how much time does it take to him in completing this one, and what student should be watchful of. No, like they should not do this or that in wasting their time. Okay.
Sure. Actually, as Rakesh said, this is a very important question to answer because most of the students waste their time by not doing the thesis right in the first place. Another mistake many students do is they just wait for the last moment and hurry up their thesis. So the method I followed was quite different. So basically, once I decided the topic of my thesis, I went to the professor and got her consent regarding the title of the thesis. Once she was also okay with the topic, what I did was every day, like I spent 2 hours daily, every day collecting the material for the thesis. So first, the procedure which I followed was I found the content of the thesis. So like content, like chapter wise content of the thesis. And once you have the content, you get a full frame of the thesis basically. Then, as I told you, don't sit for the last moment. Just spend 2 hours daily on the thesis, and you will just not know how the thesis got over. So this is one of the method I followed, and it was really helpful. You have to spend most of the time in actually researching through the Google or any other material and collecting material. Then as per the content you have created, just start putting the contents what you have got from different sources in the order of the content. So this is the methodology I followed. And another thing was, once you finish about 20% of the thesis, you send it to your professor so that she checks it, and she guides you if, in case there are any corrections to be done or any other suggestions which she have. Instead of waiting to complete the thesis fully and then send it to her, it is always better you finish one part of it and send it to the professor so that you can correct that part and then go ahead to the next part. Yeah, this is the methodology I followed.
Thank you, Madhavan. Now, my another question is about the scholarship. Now, as you know, most of the people or the students who are coming there, they are concerned about the scholarship. There are so many criteria they have to follow. I think since when you came here in the first year, you were getting the scholarship. So could you, okay, some illustrate about this process, how one can get the scholarship, and what one should be aware of while getting it? Like what kind of exam one has to clear, or what credits one must have in the first year to continue the scholarship in the second year?
So, scholarship is actually not provided by the university. It is provided by the European Union, and they have entrusted the scholarship to an organization called ADISUK, who is in charge of providing the scholarship to students after verifying whatever documentations is required. So, one of the key documentations that they see is your family income certificate from India, which is normally received from your Tahsildar. So the family income certificate is a must. You have to bring it across here. Then there are certain procedures after coming to Italy. You have to get some local documentations done, which you will obviously find out by talking to your classmates, basically, because I don't want to tell it in detail because you will get confused, and because it's like many new things, you won't understand it probably. So there are some documentations which needs to be done, which once you come here, like there will be whole lot of students who is going to opt for scholarships, so you can find out. So basically it's like there is a attestation center, or if you may call it, it's called CAF. So you have to go to CAF and you have to get something called a essay done. So these are some basic procedures done. This is easy, like everybody will know it. So once you have the documentation ready, the main documentation which we require to bring from India is the family income certificate. Plus, you have to bring, if you are working, your bank statement as of the previous year ended 31st December. Or if your father is sponsoring you, you have to bring his bank statement for the year ended 31st December. So these are the basic things. Then as per your eligibility, they will put out a ranking, and you will get your scholarship money by opening a bank account, or you can open a virtual bank by name Revolut. So there is an app called Revolut which you can just get into the app. You have to provide some documentations like passport, you have to take your photo and upload it, etc. And you can open a virtual bank account called Revolut, and you can get the money. But one main thing is the scholarship money you get is probably going to take some time, like 2 to 3 months. So once you come here, you should have enough money for 3 or 4 months to sustain yourself until you get your scholarship money. So this is very important thing. And roughly, like you have to keep around 500 euros per month. Roughly it can cost you, on a maximum it can cost you up to 500 euros per month. So if you are like coming here, you have to have at least 2000 euros to 2200 euros in your hand, because the scholarship money will take 3 to 4 months for you to get it. And the scholarship money is generally like, if approved, it like for me it was like 7000 euros in a year, basically. So this you receive it as two installments. But for the second installment, once you get the first installment, for the second installment there is some prescribed credits or exams you have to pass. Then only you are eligible to receive the second installment. So it is very important that you finish your exams on time and get the required credits, so that you get the scholarship money.
Thank you, Madhavan. My another question is also related to the scholarship. Like, when did you receive your first scholarship installment, and how frequently are the payments? You said there are only generally two installments in a year. Okay, now the second question is, was there a delay in any installment, and how the university handled it? If the students have some concern about getting some money, if they are getting late by the administration.
So basically, if I remember correct, my course started in October 2022. That's when, and I reached here by end of November 2022, and after which I did the documentation for the scholarship. and I applied it. You have to go to the system. There is a website wherein you have to upload some documents and some details of your personal details. And I did that by probably December of 2022, and I received my scholarship in probably March, the first installment of my scholarship in March 2023. So basically, like you have to get your second installment within 6 months if you satisfy the credit requirements as per your department or chosen field of study. But there could be some delays of 1 month or so. But the university actually has nothing to do with the scholarship, as I told during the previous answer. This is entirely handled by a third party organization called Adisurg, and they are responsible for disbursing the scholarship. So, in case of any delay, you can just go and ask that office of Adisurg, but you cannot do much about it.
Hmm. Thank you. So, Mahadevan, what happens if a student fails to pass all exams within a set time frame? And is there flexibility in maintaining scholarship eligibility? And the second question is, are there any particular GPA or grade requires to continue receiving the scholarship each semester?
No, as I told you, the first installment of scholarship is received to every student. But from the second installment, you have to have whatever is the prescribed credit. Only if you have those credits, basically once you have the credits, it's updated by the university in the system, which Adisur can view. So basically, only if you have the credits, you are going to get the second installment or the future installment of the scholarship. So it is very important that you write your exams on time and get the required credits.
Thank you. Now our conversation is moving forward to one of the most important part of our foreign study program. That, as you know, currently Europe is going through a very big housing crisis. And for foreign students, especially the students coming from the third world countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, South Asian one, they get a lot of difficulties in finding an accommodation here. So my question is, does the university provide on campus or subsidized accommodation for scholarship students? Are there any housing allowance included in the scholarship, or is it strictly for tuition?
So, yeah, you are very right about it. Like, it's not very easy to find an accommodation here. So, basically, the university have their hostels, but you have to apply in the system in the university website, and it is difficult to get. Like, there are lots of international students coming into Italy, and the accommodation doesn't have enough space to accommodate all of these students. So let's say if, as an example, let's say if 5,000 international students are coming, there are probably only 1,000 uh, spaces to accommodate. So basically, finding an accommodation is a challenge. But one thing I would suggest is, once you come here, basically you book yourself an Airbnb or some hostel for 3 to 4 weeks, at least 1 month, because it will take you so much time to find an accommodation for rent. So this is one of the important things you should consider while coming here. Second thing is, yeah, the university hostels are subsidized, but they cut a certain amount of money from your scholarship amount. Like probably the scholarship amount is roughly coming to about 580 euros per month. And if I understand it correctly, they cut around 160 or 170 euro per month for your accommodation if you get an accommodation. Otherwise, like you have to find your own accommodation and pay it out of the scholarship money you get.
Hmm. Thank you once again. So, Madhavan, I wanted to ask also about this, that are there any grants or stipends available for research projects or conferences if one wants to attend during the master?
Actually, see, especially in my program, there were not much conferences or research programs. This is basically in PhD programs where you have many conferences or research, and probably for a PhD program, yes, you get certain amount of money from the university or the concerned authority. But in master's program, I don't think there are any such grants or anything, especially with respect to my course, which is Masters in International Relations.
Okay. So, did the scholarship provided any additional resources like access to study material in purchasing books?
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
Nothing at all.
See, it's just a the scholarship is just a fixed amount. They don't provide you anything extra. So basically, you have to live with what you get. Otherwise, you have to spend it from your own pocket. So as I told you about this year, it was about average of 580 euros per month. Yeah, you can if you don't lead a very luxurious life and all. You can actually manage with that amount.
Okay. Okay. So now my next question is to you. That Yeah, about the stipend something. Okay, as we were talking about, like does receiving the scholarship increase chances of participating in an Erasmus or exchange program during the masters year?
No, Erasmus has nothing to do with the scholarship basically. So Erasmus, you have to. So basically, the Erasmus program is such that in Europe for international students, you can go and study one semester in any other European country you choose. So the Erasmus applications are open twice a year. I think it's around March of every year it is open. So there is a professor who will be in charge of the Erasmus program. You have to go and talk with her, and there is a documentation procedure for that. So for Erasmus, if you are eligible, like so basically you are applying from the Italian university to a different university, probably in some other European country, and you have to get approved for the Erasmus, and this approval is based on the marks you have obtained in the exams. And once approved, you probably get some extra money for your stay or living in the other European country for 3 to 4 months for that semester. So you get the scholarship money also, and plus you get an additional amount based on the country you choose for the period of the Erasmus.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Hadiman. Okay, so now my last, these are just few questions. And yeah, about it is also about the scholarship. Are there specific scholarship aimed at international students, or did you compete with all the students for your scholarship?
No, there is only, as far as I understand, there is only one scholarship, which is basically they have something called the right to education here. So this scholarship is as per the right to education. So basically, what it says is basically nobody should be devoid of education because you don't have enough money to study. So that's why they are providing scholarship based on the family income certificate you produce from your home country, which is India in this case. So this is done by Adisur. As far as I know, this is the only scholarship available for international students. But it can vary. You can check with your professor if there are any other scholarship available which you can actually apply for and get.
Mm, okay. Now we are arriving to, sorry. So, friends, I think it was a very insightful session, and I would like to thank Mr. Mahadevan for sparing this time and dedicating it for us to answer to our questions, which we have asked on the basis on the behalf of the newcomers who wants to come to Italy. And we also say best of luck to the newcomers who will come next year and join the Italian universities. Okay, now last remarks from the Mahadevan to thank you all. And also I'm going to share the Mahadevan's Instagram ID with this video. where you can ask a direct question by leaving the comment in the video, or also you can reach directly to Madhavan in case you need some suggestions or help or consultation.
Hi Rakesh, thank you very much for the opportunity. It was really a pleasure talking to you and answering your questions. Yeah, as Rakesh mentioned, you can contact me with my Instagram ID, and I'll be more than happy to help you with whatever I know. So, all the best to whatever your future endeavors are, and all the best to you. Wishing you all the good luck. Thank
Yes.
you. Namaste.